Hey guys, so we're going to tell you a story tonight about a scary native ghost story that happened in the Washington Mountains. It happened to my mom's friend, and here she is. She's going to tell you.
Yeah, this is an old story my mom told me when I was young. This lady's driving in her old time station wagon up in the mountains in Washington. And all of a sudden she got a flat tire. She's got a car full of kids. So she pulls over. Something's wrong with the tire. Pulls over. And then she got out there to start changing the tire, the flat tire. Gonna switch it out. Yeah, and of course it's raining and it's dark, and she's out there struggling trying to do, what a man could do, but she's the mom trying to do it. And here comes somebody on a horse, so he jumped off his horse and he said, "Oh, could I help you on this and that?"
In the middle of the pouring rainstorm? Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
raining.
What are the chances of that happening?
Yeah, and then so he got down there and he was helping her, and she was holding the flashlight, so he could, get the tire off so he could switch it out. Anyway, she was holding the flashlight, and then while she was holding it, it was kind of like shining down by his feet, and his feet, she looked in it, and she noticed he had like hoofs for feet. And then she didn't say nothing. She's kind of freaking out, and she's holding the flashlight. And she's holding it until he changed out the... And then when he's all done, she's trying not to act scared or nothing. So, and then he had that long coat.
Long trench coat.
A long trench coat, yeah, and like I think she said like a hat or something.
Oh my God.
And then he got on his horse and he took off, and she went on her way, and that's
wow.
A story. Yeah, my ma told me, and that was told to her by her old time friend.
He's like half horseman, right?
Yeah, it's just.
He lived in the mountains, I guess. He just knew the
yeah.
time to come when someone was broke down. He must live nearby.
Yeah, and this is I'm sure it was an Indian family. That's right. That always brought,
Yeah.
chills to me, or,
And if you guys
That's
don't
a scary
know,
one.
if you guys don't know, we're from Minnesota, Lower Sioux, Minnewankaton. Look it up if you don't know. Original natives from Prairie Island. And we have a couple more old-time stories that happened to us on our way to the res. And other family members have seen other things as well. So I'll let him tell you. Tell about the black dog you guys seen. Who saw it? People always see it all the time.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this one. I just remembered my uncle and Uncle Don and Auntie Mars. They were going up Eder Road, and it's kind of like a swirly road.
In what town is that
up
in, Mom?
In Prairie Island.
So, Red Wing.
Yeah.
Red Wing, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Eder Road.
Yeah. She was going up.
Yes.
My uncle was driving, and Auntie, they were going, I don't know where they were going, but it was past Kenny's store. There used to be an old time store, and then you continue on. It's like a snake, windy road. Anyway, Auntie Mars, of course, they must have been drinking, and had to pull over. Auntie had to go to the bathroom, so she got out and went, and Uncle was just staying in the car waiting. And while he was sitting there, he's looking up in the woods there. He seen this lady with a green, long, flowing, like shiny dress, but she didn't have no head, and she was coming floating up through up in the woods there. Came through them two trees, if I can remember right. It was anyway, he said, Mars, hurry up. He seen and he's calling her. By the time she got, it was already gone. It went up and through the, up in the hill there in the mountain. It's kind of like real steep hills there. And
What is that?
that's one of the things that happened to my uncle. And then they reported it to that Kenny store. And I guess they weren't the first ones to see that. Other people reported it too, so that was kind of a...
And that old time bridge that before they rebuilt it made another, it's a new way you can get to the reservation now, but this was an old way to get there, and the only bridge that would take you there, sometimes it would be flooded. But it's a really old bridge, and sometimes when people take their car over there, either they get followed by a Wanagi car, right, Mom? Or you'll see a dog jump out in front of you.
Yeah,
Got followed by
great
a
big
Wanagi.
dog.
Wanagi means a ghost car.
Yeah, yeah, since you said that. It's like a white car following
That was, yeah.
you, and it didn't have no lights. But, yeah, that's...
And they followed you all the way to the res? Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, yeah, I remember another story. My grandpa was leaving the reservation. He's going to Red Wing because his wife just had twins, so he's going. And then he happened to look. He was the only one in the car. He looked in his mirror, and he could see a lady sitting in the back of his car, and she looked like she had a polka dot dress on or something. And he put his eyes straight, and he's still driving till he's gonna go see his wife. She just had twins. And so after that, he didn't even want to look in the mirror no more to see that, because he knows there's nobody in the back of that car. He didn't have anybody. So by the time it's getting lights now, heading into Redwood or Red Wing, anyway, and then he finally looked again into the mirror, but that lady was gone then by the time he got into town.
Scary. Kind of like she was catching a
I
ride,
know.
or maybe it was an old spirit
Yeah.
that wanted to come to the hospital and see the
I
twins
know.
or something. Weird.
Yeah. Yep, and that's another one. All of a sudden, my daughter's trying to have me remember stuff, and all of a sudden I keep remembering some more stuff.
Do you guys want to hear about the Ho-Ho men, which we call them in the Midwest in Minnesota?
Oh, yeah.
They kind of look like little elf people, kind of like gnomes, something like that along those lines. But you think that they're cute, but I don't think that they're that cute in the face. But yeah, they pick up little things from humans here and there, steal stuff off clotheslines and dress up and things like that, and they like to hang out in the trees. So my mom's friend actually had a first-hand experience with them. If you want to tell them about that.
Yeah. Our like third cousins from over there in Morton, Minnesota. Another reservation. More relatives.
Still Lower Sioux Midawakaton Reservation
Lower Sioux.
inland. There's three reservations for Lower Sioux: Mystic Lake and Prairie Island, Shakopee, Prairie Island, and then Redwood Falls. Or Redwood, right?
Yeah.
Morton, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Redwood County.
Anyway, my cousins are like 3 or 4 cousins. Anyway, they were just playing. What was their names? Shelly and forgot the other one's name. Anyway, they were just playing out in the woods, and they found one of them little men, and it must have been lost or something. So they
He was trying to get over the creek.
Yeah, and so
They helped him
these
over
guys
the creek, Mom, remember? Because he was too
yeah.
little.
Yeah, they hung on to his hand and they helped him back over to the creek, I guess, where he was coming from. But they always say, beware, don't have your kids out there. They've been known them little things could take your children and,
Get them lost.
wander and they'll be lost forever.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, since my cousins, they helped that little one make it home over the bridge, the little creek or whatever. Yeah, and since them kids helped that little guy home, They didn't do nothing to him or anything.
They didn't get him lost.
Yeah.
They made it back home to tell the story.
They did get home and they did tell the story. And that's, you know, it's one of them stories about the little ho-ho man. I'm sure there's other reservations that have their own stories, but that's one of mine. I remember that I was told by my cousins. Okay.
And also the last one is your friend's mom seen one of them up in the tree one time, remember?
That's Auntie Catherine. I don't know.
Your auntie seen one, and what did it look like?
Oh, we didn't know if she was just telling us stories. It's, her name's Auntie Bernice, Auntie Catherine. Anyway, yeah, she'd be sitting in her house and she's looking out there in the woods. She said, "Can you see them? They're all sitting in a tree." That one little one's got a little bandana on.
A little red bandana, like a little old lady tie. Oh,
yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, and she was telling us that she could see them in the tree, but we didn't see nothing. But she's telling us that. The little ho-ho man. It was just a cute little story how she told it. But
right.
yeah.
Okay, guys, when we think of some more scary stories, we're going to be right back for you. Like my page and subscribe. Thanks.